February 1st is here. I'm Armstrong Williams. Good morning, everyone. We need to ask the president a significant question, and that is, how are you defining a small business owner? In the aftermath of President Barack Obama's State of the Union address, it is evident, and rightfully so, that the economy continues to affect and exert enormous weight on the eyes of those looking at empty bank accounts. And baby, those bank accounts are empty and depleted. Our president continues to infuse heavy doses of hope, glorifying, infused rhetoric aimed directly at whom? The middle class and small business owners like moi. Only time will answer whether his propositions, which were illustrated in his State of the Union, canceling capital gains for small business owners and continuing the Bush tax cuts, will come with a wickedly pure heart, or will the president actually deliver? It was pretty combative with the president and the Republicans at the winter meeting. I thought the Republicans were kind of out of line. The president handled his business and embarrassed the Republicans. I'll give him that. But the president's assertion of no capital gains tax on small business investments is likely to instill a lot of hope in those seeking real change in this eroding marketplace. However, many unanswered questions and concerns remain among a doubting public and especially small business owners. Many small business owners now question the president's criteria for small business owner. Clearly, depending on where your business is established, a small business can take a radical and far deeper complexing meaning. The definition of a small business changes from state to state, jurisdiction to jurisdiction. What's President Obama's definition of a small business owner? The definition of a small business owner, like I said, changes. I mean, he has only gone so far as to stipulate that these businesses need to hire new employees or raise wages. One can only hope that these are the only prerequisites that the president's demanding. Any market capitalist should be fearful of policy that allocates funds only to a specific segment in the market. We should want these benefits to go to all small businesses, not just those that fit in an Obama-defined Pacific profile. Won't work. Though we must also acknowledge, however, that while the parameters are vague and left to this administration's interpretations, it is a step in the right direction. So I applaud and give the president kudos for this movement. The American people should also be incredulous of Washington's usual smoke and mirrors, which can be deceptively painful to interpret. We know this, right? This policy does nothing to repair a broken monetary system that has pumped trillions of reckless printed dollars into the almighty American dollar reservoir. This would in turn spell more and more disaster and further contribute to untold inflation inflicted damage that would make Hannibal Lecter look like the Easter Bunny. That's right. So while our president has convinced the world that he's going in the right direction on pro-small business policy, he, in all actuality, is doing little, if anything, to correct the bigger threat at hand: inflation and soon to be crippling stagflation. Knowing that the damage is severe and ongoing, are there Obama policies in place to alleviate the suffering of many Americans and halt the downward spiral of this economy? The deeper sadness is that this administration has squandered trillions of wasted dollars that this economy or the people will never ever see again. Can the American people ever be assured of really regrouping their investment in the foreseeable future? That remains unclear. Taking on the monetary policy of the nation will be far too much of a task for a president lacking in financial policy savvy and who is infected with a socialist financial ideology. Irrespective, Americans deserve politicians and leaders who will fight to honor that historical little piece of green paper that sustains their value in a much larger world. Mr. President, could you tell us your definition of a small business owner? And could you tell us that you will follow through on your promise and commitment? Time will tell, Mr. President. We really want to root for you on this one, because for a change, you're on the right side of an issue that could really stimulate and turn this economy around. I'm Armstrong Williams.